Hey there, folks. It's the E-Man here, and I guess I wanted to take a look at looking at let's see, the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver and Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2 remaster. I wanted to show an interesting thing about it. What? There we go. Alright, yeah, there's some bonus content on this. Gallery, music player, lost levels, lore of Nosgoth, videos, Dirt Chronicle, credits, rifle launcher. The coolest thing to note, I think, on this is the lost levels. Yeah, you can essentially play the levels that were taken off. I don't know how much you can really access the levels. Alright, maybe we'll look at some of these. Yeah, this is from like some level and a boss that was deleted from the original game. Yeah, I think there was supposed to be a boss fight here, but there's not because it's not. Yeah. I can't say. Priestess. It's kind of cool to be able to see these levels, because normally there's things that get edited out of a game that are like going anywhere. Well, let's try to play some Soul Reaver though. I'm going to have to skip over the opening cinema scene because I may get copyright claimed because of the music in the opening, so...
I know you, Raziel. You are worthy.
Yeah, I believe this is the late Tony... Was it Tony J that did this? Yeah, I believe so.
Death would be a release next to this travesty.
You did not survive the abyss, Raziel. I have only spared you from total dissolution.
I would choose oblivion over this existence.
The choice is not yours.
I am destroyed.
You are reborn. The birth of one of Kain's abominations traps the essence of life. It is this soul that animates the corpse you...
Yeah, you can go between old school graphics, new school, old school graphics, new graphics, old school, new graphics. Yeah, anytime you want, you can change. Much like the Tomb Raider collection. Remasters.
Redeem yourself. Or if you prefer, avenge yourself. Settle your dispute with Kain. Destroy him and your brethren. Free their souls and let the wheel of fate churn again. Use your hatred to read their souls. I can make it possible. Become my soul reaver. My angel of death.
Yeah, so you jump around. The camera is still kind of old school. These remasters are great. There's one problem with the camera issues. But, well, ultimately, I think they wanted to keep the base game what it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's a big difference, really. Attack, jump, I jump. Yeah, alright. Woo! Yeah. Well, that was the first Soul Reaver. I actually have not played Soul Reaver 2 yet, so... Yeah, quit to launcher. I think Soul Reaver 2 has quite a long thing. So I'm probably going to skip over the opening storyline. Yeah, the showdown between Kain and Raziel in the original game. Yeah, this is an actual boss fight.
Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never contain such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? As such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine eons ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. Free will is an illusion.
I found the tomb of Sacred King. How could you profane a priest by turning him into a vampire?
How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer. Who better to serve than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil?
A Saravan receives, defending Nazgûl from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are open, Kain. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling cause.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Saravan were noble, altruistic? Don't be silly. Their agenda was the same as ours. You nearly had me, Raziel. But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds completely.
Redeemer and Destroyer, Paul and Messiah. Welcome, time-span soul. Welcome to your destiny. Where am I? Is the usual question. In your case, when might be more apt.
Very well. If you prefer I use my bare hands.
This is completely unexpected. This orb disables our vampire enemies, leaving them helpless and incapacitated. Strangely, it seems to have the same effect on that peculiar weapon of yours. But you must believe me. I mean you no harm.
You can drop the benevolent facade, Mobius. I know who and what you are. I shall kill you where you stand.
Perhaps you should, my boy. But you don't.
Are you so certain of that, Mobius?
My role as Time Guardian affords me a certain level of omniscience, Raziel. No, you don't kill me. That honor belongs to your maker, Kain, some 30 years from now.
You two are a pair. You're just as fatalistic as he is.
Death comes for us all, Raziel. It's just a matter of time.
How is it that you know my name? We have never met.
Raziel, I know you very well. And it grieves me to see how cruelly Kain has used you. I knew you when you were one of the Seraphim Brotherhood, Raziel. We were even close.
Oh, please.
Fortunately, you need not love me now to be my ally.
Are we within the stronghold of the Seraphim priesthood?
Yes, but the glorious days of the Seraphim have long since passed, I'm afraid. This is a more cynical and indecorous age. My mercenary army now inhabits this stronghold. We strive to honor the memory of the Seraphim with our own humble crusade.
Is this the vampire Vorador?
Yes, the scourge of the serpent, the most depraved and decadent example of his whole degenerate race. He slaughtered 6 of my fellow guardians as they cowered defenseless in this room.
And you somehow survived this massacre?
I and 2 others. The circle was devastated. Only we 3 were spared.
How convenient. You'll forgive me if I don't naively devour every scrap of information you toss me. You have a reputation for deceit.
And who has slandered me so? Your malefactor, Kain? The one who betrayed and destroyed you? Our common enemy? Consider the source before you judge me too harshly. We'll forget about rekindling our old friendship then. But consider an alliance based on our common ground. We both want Kain dead. I can help you do it.
You don't want to meddle in this, old man. I know all about your sordid little schemes, but you're simply out of your depth on this one.
You underestimate me, Raziel. Let me show you. Even now, Kain is lying in wait for you, unaware that I've snatched you out of the time stream and brought you here to me. See how he lingers at the very pillars he is destined to destroy, foolishly confident that he has eluded your grasp.
The pillars are still standing in this town.
Yes, Raziel. They are the embodiment of the divine force which preserves the life of our world. We who serve the pillars maintain a delicate balance, and Kain is destined to be the fulcrum upon which that balance turns. I believe you have already endured the wasteland wrought by his terrible, selfish decision. Kain's very existence is a cancer upon this world. As long as he lives, all of Nosgoth is in peril. You may never again be human, Raziel. But you can re-embrace the essence of your humanity and the nobility of your Seraphim heritage. Go to him, Raziel, and end this. But first, you will need to find your way out of the stronghold, and in this, I'm afraid I cannot help you. My soldiers will not understand your appearance here. They will try to kill you. You needn't fear them, of course. They're no match for you. Try to keep the casualties to a minimum. But do what you have to do. All great movements once require a few art.
Alone now, I surveyed my surroundings and noticed a second time-streaming chamber. Its entrance identical to the first, but with one distinction. That crystal was significant, but how? I have not yet discovered.
Okay, so the controls in this are just the same as the first one. I feel like the second game was kind of the ongoing. Yeah, the second one was very much like the first one. Yeah, sorry about that. Sound kind of went up high. Jesus. Alright, here we go. Yeah, like watch when I change the graphics to original graphics. Boop. Yeah, here's remastered graphics and then unremastered graphics. Big difference, the colors and stuff.
Throughout the stronghold, I discovered evidence of my former nobility and my life as a Sarafan priest. This was the heritage so foully stolen from me when Kain raided my sacred crypt and defiled me.
Well, there you have it, folks. The Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver and Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2 remasters. My ultimate thoughts are it seems to be a very good remaster. It's got some of the old school like camera issues, but I mean, I remember playing this. Well, the second one was on the PS2. First one was on the PS1. But I mean, these early 3D games had this issue with the camera. the camera and maybe some of the controls are a little bit frustrating to do, and noticed a lot of times a lot of the environments are not really remastered. The characters really are. And it is cool you can click between original kind of graphics and the remastered graphics. I think maybe that was kind of like what it was. It was like, we're sorry that maybe the remaster is not as good as it possibly could be, so we'll just give you an extra thing so you can turn off the remastered graphics if you don't think it looks particularly good. Yeah, if you think it looks odd. But these are definitely pretty good collections. They don't cost a whole bunch of money either. So able to get this on the Steam store for only like $26 or something. Yeah, not really thing. You get the bonus content as well. I think you get outtake videos and stuff, like I've said earlier, that you usually, you won't be able to watch that or anything. Yeah, at the end of Soul Reaver 1, yeah, because the opening there for Soul Reaver 2, of course, was it basically essentially showing a boss fight. Originally, that was a boss fight. We had to fight him, but instead they changed it into a cinema scene. And that was where the original one ended. And I remember, I wonder how many years it was between both of these games. I think there was a little bit of a while. Yeah, I remember I get to the part where Morbius, the time streamer, shows up, and it's like, whoa, who's that? What does that mean? Because for me, the first, I think I only played, my first experience with this series was Soul Reaver. Yeah, I never had played, Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen. I had never played that. So I ended up playing that much later. Of course, that game was made by a different thing. Soul Reaver 2 seems to really, the first Soul Reaver game really does try to be like its own game. It references Kain and some references to Blood Omen, but Soul Reaver 2 really shows that. Well, in Soul Reaver 2 is a time travel thing. Like, you go for different times of Nosgoth. So it was a little more interesting. The original game seems to be kind of its own thing. Soul Reaver 2 is when things really start happening. Yeah, all in all, a very, very good remaster. I mean, it's really cool when we see remasters like this and see that there's people that really care about these games. Of course, this is, the Embracer Group kind of bought these IPs and bringing them back. There is, of course, a third... what's unique about the third game is it's called Legacy of Kain Defiance. And essentially in that game you play as Raziel and Kain and kind of switch between them. Yeah, there's later on there's levels you switch between them. And I thought it was really great. Hopefully we're going to get that game. Hopefully if enough people buy this remaster set, we're probably going to get the other games. And perhaps maybe even get a new... Perhaps even get a new Legacy of Kain game. I definitely hope so. Because I think, as I remember, I think Defiance ended on a cliffhanger or whatever. But anyway, I guess that will do it there, folks. Yeah, I'm here in Maine. We're having weird weather. Going up to 56 degrees. We got heavy rain and wind. And of course we had 3 inches of snow on the ground, which is now gone. So... yeah, and it's going to all cool off again pretty soon, so it's weird. Weird weather in Maine, I guess. I don't know. Weather's just weird. Anyway, as always, please like and subscribe. Leave any comments you want. I don't know if any of you guys have, picked this game up or have played it, or if some of you aren't old enough to remember playing this originally. Yeah, you will have some issues if you're not used to playing on, playing old school 3D games. Yeah, the camera is, of course, just an issue. But anyway, catch you guys later, man. Bye.